Hi everybody, I'm Bree the Plant Lady, and today I am tackling this big side border. The main reason that I'm tackling it before we have frost is because I need this space as a seeding demonstration area for my upcoming hands-on cottage gardening seed classes. Right now is basically just a thicket of self-sown castor beans. And well, I'm gonna make quick work of this by either pulling them out if I can. Most of these I won't be able to pull out. They have really substantial root systems. I'm actually going to just be using loppers or even my handsaw to get them basically cut flush to the ground, because over the course of the winter, their roots will ultimately rot and just add organic matter to the soil. But my goal right now is to get this whole thing cleared out so that when people arrive on Saturday, there will be an open space for them to be able to exercise their experience that I'm going to teach them during the seed sowing workshop. So stay tuned for my progress. Obviously, castor beans are perfectly capable self-sowers, and this is essentially the seed that you can harvest at that stage. It's not totally ripe, but it will ripen. The ripe seeds are actually right here where they're showing tan, and it's actually inside those capsules. This is how they self-sow so easily, because they break apart. Inside these capsules is actually where the ripe seed is, and so there's a seed in that capsule, and there is the seed out of the capsule. And yes, these are extremely poisonous. Do not eat these. I mean, sometimes you just have to exercise some logic. I recently wrote about castor beans for Triangle Gardener, which is a great free local gardening magazine. And someone had the audacity to send me an insane email about how dare I promote a plant that's poisonous. Wake up, you guys. Castor bean isn't the most poisonous plant that you're going to grow in your landscape. Actually, Hydrangea macrophylla and lily of the valley are two of the most poisonous plants, and they are super common in landscapes everywhere. So, exercise some logic, some critical thinking skills. Don't eat castor bean. Teach your kids not to eat it. Your animals instinctively know not to eat it. So it's really not something that needs to be made such a big deal of. And I'm just going to tell you now that when someone writes me an email like that, I read it and I delete it. So not going to change my mind. I'm certainly not going to not grow castor bean because of that one person's opinion. All right, now I'm going to rip out all these castor beans and I'm going to harvest this dark-seeded sesame, which I will show you that process up close and personal. All right, I've got about half of the bed done. I wanted to take a moment and show you the really simple process for collecting sesame seeds in general. This happens to be the dark-seeded sesame. So I'm literally just gonna cut the stalks just like that. And the seeds are ripe, and I'm gonna just turn them upside down in a bucket. And let me give you an up-close view so you can see exactly what dark-seeded sesame looks like. All right, so here are the plants, and I've got these cut off. Just turning them into a bucket. You see the seeds come right out. Now, they're not all ripe, so I'm just gonna go ahead and leave the stalks in the bucket for a couple of days, and really probably by 4 or 5 days from now, all the seeds will have come out, and I'll be able to just put them in a container and store them in the refrigerator for the remainder of winter. These got sown, this was the last bed that we did, and I think this got done the middle of July. Remember, sesame is a warm season annual. It's best sown when your ground is really hot. So like I said, we did this in the middle of July. My usual target time for getting sesame sown is usually like the middle of June to the middle of July. That's my target time for here in zone 7. If you live in a colder climate, you might consider growing sesame in like a big black pot where the soil will get warmer faster, because sesame really, really likes warm soil in order to be able to grow, flower, mature, and set seed. Well, as you can see, I've gotten it all cleared, and half of the bed is heavily self-sown with larkspur. And that's what all of this is here. So only half of the bed is going to actually be used for the seed class. The goal will be to actually put soil cube down on the ground, not removing any of the mulch or the leaves that are in the bed, and then direct sowing in that. I really want participants to have this hands-on experience so they can go home and feel confident to do it in their own gardens. So basically this half of the bed doesn't have larkspur popping up as essentially as a ground cover. So this is going to be the area that we concentrate on doing that hands-on demonstration. Well, as always, I hope you'll find inspiration from this garden tear out video. And remember, if you're interested in attending the hands-on seed sowing class, I have another one offered on Saturday, November 19th from 2 to 4 p.m. You can find more details on my website, breegrows.com. Well, thanks so much for watching, everybody, and happy gardening.